I heard one time that you won 51 out of 53 cash game sessions, like early in your career.
Yeah, that was, that's a true story. That's, I always play a 40-80 Hold'em. I was the best limit Hold'em player in the world. Me, David Chu, Todd Brunson, Mickey, there was like 5 of us, this guy Steve. I mean, we were just so good. And now I suck at limit Hold'em now. I mean,
what do you think changed?
Well, limit Hold'em's a game of feel. It's, everybody says if I played it every day for about a week or two, I'd be just like I used to be. But it's just a total game of feel and focus. And that no limit Hold'em, you need to focus more on 1 or 2 hand movements to sense weakness. Where in limit Hold'em, you need to focus on everything to kind of figure out what hand they have. I know no limit Hold'em is a lot more skillful in a lot of ways, but limit Hold'em has a lot more feel to it, and you got to have that feel. And when I sit and play limit Hold'em, I don't have a clue what I'm at, what the other guy has right now.
Yeah?
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm glad you said that, because I've heard so many people say limit Hold'em's about mostly math. And you're saying feel.
Limit Hold'em's all feel.
Yeah?
Limit Hold'em is all feel. It's the most feel. You just play mathematically sound, and when they re-raise you with the Queen 10 or the you got to feel whether it's strength or not. It is a true mindset. Limit Hold'em when I played it. I mean, I was so good at it that it wasn't challenging anymore. I mean, I never lost ever, and so that's why I learned how to play all the other games, and which made me a better all-around poker player. And except for stud high, which I play like crap, and I could play stud high shorthanded good, but just not ring game. I miss bets all the time. I just do a lot of bad things. But I think I play every game as good as anybody in the world. I mean, I beat the crap out of the horse, all those superstars for years. I mean, I never didn't once not win all the money. They all got rich when Andy Beal came to town, and I was out of town, and I didn't get a piece. That's when they all got rich.
I think you're considered a superstar, too, don't you think?
Yeah, but, I had a lot of I had some unfortunate things happen for me not to have, like, all the multi-millions of dollars that some of these people have. I mean, I could have had, I could have really had a big investment in Full Tilt. I could have had, I'm still happy, but, I could have had a lot more things than I do now. I could have been in town when Andy Beal came to town. I could have not bet my money that on the Green Bay Packers when they played San Francisco in was it '98 when Owens made the great catch, because I had Chris Ferguson came up to me and asked me to invest a little bit of money, and I didn't listen to him because I said, let me see how this football game turns out. So, a lot of weird things happen, and for me, I'm happy. I got a comfortable life, but for me not to be worth like $100 million right now, it's like I had to have like 80 million steps go against me. So,
well, maybe Andy Beal will come back to town.
Nah, but I don't care about money. I don't give a crap. It's just. I'm fortunate. I'm not on the tournament circuit busting my ass and don't have somebody to sponsor me or people on the tournament circuit that think they're going to make a living on the tournament circuit. They got another thing coming. If they ain't getting staked, they're in for a long haul. I'll tell you that right now. For traveling and tournaments, it's like $560,000 a year. So
it's a ton. Well, I know you talked about this before, the 2002 World Series.
Yeah.
Let's go back to that. You made the final table. You defeated Daniel heads up for your second bracelet.
Right.
But you were suffering that tournament a little bit, weren't you?
Right, and that's like I said, in my autobiography, it's coming out. I was really, really suffering from withdrawals because I had just quit doing the illegal drugs that I was kind of hooked on, and I was really withdrawing pretty bad, and all that'll be out in my autobiography and stuff.
Okay.
So,
well, just tell me how tough it was to get through that final table.
It was, well, not the final table, the night before.
Oh, okay.
The final table, I was fine. I slept good and I felt good, but basically the day before, I literally felt like was dying. I was literally kept telling everybody, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm not going to make it, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. Because I didn't know when you're withdrawn off of certain things that mixing it with caffeine is the worst thing you could ever do, because that enhances it, and that's what made it really bad, was me drinking caffeine.
You didn't
So, it was a big battle, and that's why that'll always be my biggest poker accomplishment, because of what I had to go through to win that, and to make it through the day before. And I've had a lot of battles, a lot of tough things in my life. I mean, I'm very fortunate to say that I was hooked on something and I quit cold turkey and never did it again. There's a lot of people, and I still have a couple friends in the poker world that are still really hooked, and one's in rehab right now, and he's gone to rehab 3 times. So, I was very, very fortunate, and it was tough. I just woke up one day, I went to a psychologist and said, I don't want to do this no more, please help me. What can I do? And, you have to realize you have a problem when you realize that you slept 2 days out of 9. So, I knew I just needed to fix it. And, it's like 6 years ago. Was it July 23rd of 03, so over 5 years ago now. So, I'm pretty happy with that.
Do you think the poker world has a lot to do with the drugs and all that stuff?
It did. It gets you into when you got a lot of money and you're young and you go out and you party and the girls and the fun and I got involved. I just got involved in the lifestyle. I never had a social life. I was always a geek, and I got hurt real bad by this girl when I was like 23. So from like 23 to 30, I never went out. I've always feeling sorry for myself. So all of a sudden, I found a social life that was ridiculously incredible. I mean, I did things that people only dream about, so that's how I got hooked into it. I got hooked into a scene that I never knew existed. So it was fun, and what most people do in their 20s, I just did in my early 30s. That's all.
All right. Well, you reached the final table of the World Series Poker Main Event again, 2005.
Right.
Right. You finished 9th place, but you took home $1 million for 9th place.
Yeah, that was a pretty big letdown. I mean, if we played the tournament 100,000 times, I might finish 9th twice. So, it was just a really unfortunate things that had to happen to me there. I had a lot of things the year before where I had, again, with the drive, when I was coming out of the problems that I had tremendous drive to want to win the World Series. So I put everything into the World Series. And what a lot of people don't know is, I don't want to talk too much about it because my autobiography is going to be out real soon, is that I almost didn't even play that World Series. I was suffering through some more withdrawals from some medication that wasn't right, and my friend Matt had to talk me into playing, and once I got through like day 1 and day 2, I really got in a groove, and it was pretty amazing. To the day I die, I always said it was the greatest 7 days of poker I ever played. But then I played the Bellagio Cup, and I played for 5 days there, and I always compare those two, and a lot of people say, well, what about the Tournament of Champions you won? Well, I played well at the Tournament of Champions, but I made some mistakes, and I got lucky a couple of times. And I'll be the first to admit it, but at the World Series in 07 and 05, I made one mistake on day 2 with pocket 3s against pocket queens, and I hit a 3 to double up. But that was after I got crippled by a guy who moved in on me with 7-8 offsuit earlier in the day. So that was the only time I ever got my money in with the worst hand the entire tournament. And I was never all in again until the last hand. And I played 2 coin flips in 7 days. And that's what the key to poker is. If you could tell yourself in a 7-day tournament you've played 2 coin flips, you can't play any better. I mean, all the great players know that you don't want to be playing coin flips. And if they don't know that, then they haven't learned how to play poker yet. So I realized I went 7 days and played 2 coin flips. I went one.